Hi, this is Lorenzo. I'll be performing A-scan shear wave angle beam testing on test plate 20C-103-3. This is a 5/8 plate, butt welded with the V-groove weld. Prior to shear wave testing, plates were examined using a straight beam testing technique to check for laminar reflectors that would reflect or oriented shear wave away from the weld area. After calibrating instrument system to ensure proper performance using a standard IIW reference block and set my sound velocity, the attenuation factor of material to be tested, I am now ready to examine my plates using a raster scan technique. So after all the calibration, I'm ready to start my shear wave testing. So what I'll do, I will couple my plates here, and this is a 5/8 plate. It's hard to see this screen, but I have to do this testing out in the field. So right away by raster scanning, I see a lot of signal popping up. The amplitudes are just crazy right now, like right there. So I'm going to start back over here, and I right away get a signal on my first leg. I'm going to adjust my gain. So I got my gate at 40% screen height. Bring that over here. Let me bring that back up. So my scanning level for a 5/8 plate, if I do the trig on that, I got a cheat sheet here that tells me my 5/8 V path would be 3.654. That being said, I go to the D1.1, table 6.2, and that gives me my sound path inches at, let's see, reference dBs is going to be at 19, so I raised my gain 19 above my reference level, so I'm at 70 dBs. A little high there. Let's see. Now I got a signal here on the second leg. It appears to be the second leg here. Pretty broad on that. So if I bring that down to my second leg here, run down my gain, peak it, peaked. I'm going to bring it down. So my sound path there, surface distance would be 2.90. So 2.90, like 93 would be 15/16. 2.90. So this is going to be right in the middle of my well zone. At 1/8 depth right there. I'll bring my gain down some more to get it all the way down to the bare minimum right there. So I'm at 60 gain. So what I'll do is that will be a reference level. A, B, C, D. Reference level was 52 from the calibration block. My gain is at 60. Sound path is 3.12 minus 1, or you round off, so it'll be 3 minus 1 is 2 times 2 is 4, so C would be 4. And then I would just do the calculations on that to see if this is an acceptable indication there or rejectable. So 60 take away 52 take away 4 equals plus 4. 60 take away 52 take away 4 equals, so it's plus 4. So plus 4 on my D1.1 table 6.2 chart. This would be considered it's plus 4 with the 5/8 thick plate. It's a class A, which is rejectable. So that's a rejectable one there. Now we're going to check and see. Let's get my gain up to 80% screen height. I'm going to check and see how long this indication is. So by moving it left to right, parallel to the well zone, I'm going to find out the length of this and mark it. So that looks to be here in the middle. And then I'll walk it back. To there. And this is going to be the length of this here. Center of my probe. And there it is right there. That's one indication here. Now I'm going to raster scan this plate again. Bring my dBs up, my gain them to 70. That's my scanning level. I see a lot of stuff here. So that's going to be 5. So where am I at here? Bring my gain up again. Oh, wow. It's a big one right down the second leg. So the first indication was on the second leg. Face A face there. And then here's another one here. Like this one's gonna be a good doozy here too. That one's pretty high. That's on my second leg. 288, so it's 2 7/8. It would appear to be my V path distance on the second leg. My surface distance 2.68, so 2 5/8. So 2 5/8. 2 13/16 there. I think I'm peaking more there. 2 13/16 there. And so that's so this one's going to go down to, my gain's going to be at 50, 54. Wow. So this one would be my the 52 is my reference level. Scanning level was at 54, and then my sound path for this was 297. Round off is 3. Take away 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. So now I'm going to calculate this and see where my rating is. So it's 54, take away 52, take away 4 equals, it's a -2. So that indication is -2. This is going to be a Class A per my D1.1. Table 6.2 for statically loaded non-tubular connections. So it's it's going to be a Class A. It's rejectable. Now let's see how long this one's going to be. I'm going to shoot my gain up to 80% screen height and walk it to the left parallel to the weld. Find my length on that. And as you can see, there is going to be, it's kind of hard to see in that. I'm outside, outdoors, the reflection is terrible out here. So I'm going to mark it, I believe, right there. And then I'm going to walk it back the other way. Find my length, go down to the 40 screen height. Right there. That's going to be, it appears to be right there. This is pretty scattered, so it's based on my signal here. So one indication is that approximately 1 inch. It appears to be about 3/8 in length, roughly. My second indication is at 2.5 inches, 2 7/16, or roughly, and that indication is roughly 5/8. So if it looks like it's at 5/8, 5/8, yeah. 0.625 indication in length. So that's on a face. Yeah, that's where it's at right there. It just shows it. It's peaking. And so what I'll do to verify is I will scan the opposite side of that plate. Just to double check that I'm seeing what I'm seeing here. Let me bring this back up to my scanning level, which is 70 dBs. And And there it is right there. So my first indication is showing up at my second leg. 3.96. Surface distance is 289. I got a ruler, but it's pretty tough to see the ruler because it's silver and black. So I use a tape measure that I perform here. See, so that wouldn't be 289. So it shows to be at 2.87, 280. Yeah, that's right in the middle. That's there. So the indication is clearly there on the opposite side of my face A. Let me scan the second defect. So my defect is, both of these are rejectable. There it is right there. That's clearly on my, let's see, my cheat sheet would be, one leg would be 1.82 for 5/8 plate. There it is right there. Let me bring my gain down. Okay, so it's 165 on. This one's pretty loud right here. So the amplitude is giving me a high signal on that one. And it looks like it's kind of scattered. Based on the peak, the amplitude peak, it's pretty broad. That's my second leg right there, 275. My surface distance would be 2/7/8. And there it is, 2 7/8. 2 7/8 towards the middle. That's clearly rejectable. I mean, it's showing massive amplitude there. Even if I dropped it to 0. Okay, I'm gonna drop it to 58. Yeah, that's a rejectable. So that second defect was a -2, which is a class A. Both of these are class A indications for plate 20C-103-3. I will document this. This is my X grid line here, so it's a positive. Both of these are right 0 in the mixed of the middle of the weld. Okay, so that would be single V groove weld, butt weld, first butt weld test here. Scanned on both sides of face A and found 2 flaws, one at 1 inch 3/8 long, and the second one at 2.5 inches 2 7/16, and that one's approximately 5/8 in length, and it appeared to be right down in the middle of the 2 plates. The depth would be 0.38 on these both plates. So that concludes plate number 1 test.